to lose a game, spoiler, Islanders lose 1-0, and they gave up. Oh no, there was a change. 11 shots on goal, not 10. 11 shots on goal, and they lost. They've been shut out 3 times so far to start their season. 3.
Like that's the bigger talking point out of anything, right? Remember when we had a podcast like a couple weeks back where we're like, the offense looks good, guys, and they've been shut out twice since then. Twice. It, as Nick is saying, it is absolutely unacceptable. It's
That's
unacceptable, man.
only word for it. The only word for it. And that was a fear of ours after Anthony Duclair goes down. You're like, man, that's a big hit to your top 6. Simon Holmstrom goes up for their, the first test there. And, they generated chances. They had 29 shots. They outshot them 29-11, 3 power play opportunities, and can't get one past
Alex Lyon. Career 905, 3.04 goals against average, I believe, something like that. Career, not recent, but career. Again, Nick is saying like they deserve to be booed the next time they play on home ice. They're getting booed tonight. The Boobers will probably show up again the next time they play. That's Friday against the Devils. I believe that's away. Doesn't matter, but still.
Yeah.
Like the numbers say the Islanders played a good game, and they did. I thought the Islanders played a good game. They just weren't fast enough in terms of everything. Like Alex Lyon is not a good goalie.
No.
Relative to other NHL goalies. He's just not. But you made his life so easy where the puck movement just wasn't quick enough and he could follow it along. He read the play super easily and he was always in position. He wasn't doing anything outstanding. He had a couple of good saves that I'm sure he's going to be quite proud of, and rightfully so. But it wasn't an Alex Lyon masterclass tonight. It really wasn't.
No. To me, this was a story of a hesitant team. Islanders, I thought, looked hesitant at times with their decision on when to shoot and when not to shoot, but also just cannot bury their chances. The Islanders really only have Brock Nelson, Bo Horvat, and Kyle Palmieri who can score goals right now. Matthew Barzal is obviously a playmaker and a talented player, but he can't finish. Anders Lee can't finish anymore. Maybe Siplikov can finish, but it's a problem. And when you lose Anthony Duclair, someone who you thought you were going to have pencil in for 25 plus goals this year, kind of exacerbates that problem.
Yeah, it's not great, but we shouldn't be like, and even during the live chat, PS, if you sign up to our patron, we do live watch alongs during the game, right? At least I sit down and I watch it with the patrons. And we were talking about how one of our patrons, Spiz, brought up, like, they look sad that they don't have Anthony Duclair anymore. And like Matt C is kind of saying here that they're screwed right now. The top 6 experiment with Holmstrom needs to stop. I didn't think Holmstrom was particularly good there. We need real top 6 options in this lineup and not AHL plugs. If I see Engvall called up as a fix with the power play, I swear to God, I don't think you have to worry about that final point.
No.
He's not coming up. We don't have the cap space to bring him up anyways.
No, not with, they're going to wait as long as possible, I think, here to put Anthony Duclair on LTIR.
Yeah, exactly. But if Maxim Siplikov makes the top 6 on this team, you're going to have problems when you have an injury, because Maxim Siplikov probably shouldn't have made the top 6. He was fine through preseason, good even, and he's been okay so far. But the only reason he makes the top 6 is because you don't have a player who's better than him. Like, they desperately wanted Pierre Engvall to play in that top 6, and he just crapped the bed. And so you're like, okay, well, fine, we'll put Maxim Siplikov there. Now you lose Duclair, and you're like, crap, we barely had one to begin with to put in our top 6. Now we need to find another one. Where is this guy going to come from?
And it also doesn't help that you are getting a different issue, but you are getting absolutely Zippo from your 4th line right now.
Yeah.
Liam Foodie comes up. He played. I won't tell you how much time he played, actually. Oliver Wahlstrom and Kyle McLean. The 4th line, by far the 3 least amount in ice time. And like, I don't know, you could argue that Wahlstrom's is his best role really on a 4th line style of player. They just feel like mishmash lines that they're rolling.
Yeah, they're trying to make do, and like you can't keep doing this long term. He's out long term, and for Lou, that means quite a long time. Remember, Lou's the GM who says if you have time, take it. He's never had a player come back early from injury. This guy, Anthony Duclair, is if he's out for months per Lou, add another month to that probably because it's gonna be like molasses in January getting this guy back on the ice. And rightfully so. I'm not saying we need to rush Anthony Duclair, but it's going to be a while before we see him, I'm sure. And we can't keep running the lineup as it is now.
No, no, which I don't know what the play is. We spent a lot of time on the podcast last night trying to talk about that and figure out what the play is, but they need to figure out a way to get pucks in the back of the net because you cannot win when you score 0 goals, and they've done that in literally half their games. It's not an exaggeration. Half of their games, they've done it.
That's bad. Like we'll never change until Lou's gone. Apparently, says Andre. And like I know Andre's been on Lou's needs to go for a while, and he's not harping it inaccurately. I know where he stands on this. He wanted him gone when we missed the playoffs a couple of years back, so I get that. I'm not going to jump on the train now. I haven't yet, and it's only 6 games in, but it's hard. It's hard to hold that position when you're like, but Mitch, they've been shut out 3 goddamn times in 6 games. What are you going to do here, man? If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.